In this video, we're going to continue talking about topics 6.4, 6.6, and 6.7. We are working on the second fundamental theorem of calculus, but these problems are just a little bit different. So out in that left-hand column, let's write this down. So when you take the definite integral of the derivative, you must use the first fundamental theorem of calculus. So in our previous examples, we were taking the derivative of the integral. In these examples, we are taking the integral of a derivative, which is actually an easier process. It's what we were doing with integration before. So example 16 tells us if f of x equals sine x, we are supposed to find the integral from 2 to x of f prime of x dx. Well, I'm just going to integrate the f prime part. So when we integrate f prime, we get back to f, and we're going to evaluate that from 2 to x. So I'm going to go ahead and put my x in. So f of x minus f of 2. I know it's kind of weird to have x's in it there again, but that's exactly what we're doing. We're just plugging this in for it and then plugging this in for it. Now, they gave me a name of my function. My function is sine x, so I'm going to plug these values into my sine x. So I would get sine, and I plug the x in, minus sine, and I plug the 2 in. And that's it. That's all there is to it. We're going to stop there. Let's look at example 17. So on example 17, we have if f of x equals 3x plus 2, we're supposed to find the integral from sine x to cosine x of f prime of x dx. Again, I'm taking the integral of the derivative. So when I integrate f prime, I get back to f. Then I'm going to evaluate that from sine x to cosine x. So I'm going to take the cosine x and plug it into the function. So the function is f of cosine x minus f of sine x. Now I'm going to take these and plug them into this function here. So I would have 3 parentheses for the x plus 2. Inside the parentheses, I put cosine x minus parentheses. And then I'm going to write that function out again, 3 parentheses plus 2, and inside the parentheses I'm going to write sine x. And that's probably what I would leave it. I probably would not simplify it anymore.